Hello everyone, this is Lakshmikanth and welcome to my channel. Today we are diving into a fascinating insights of military historian Martin van Creveld and focusing on what he says about technology and war. If you are curious about how tanks and planes electronics have changed the war we fight and technology alone wins the war, let's keep watching. So, who is Martin van Creveld? Let's see. Martin van Creveld is one of the world's most influential military historians. His book Technology and War from 2000 BC to the present is considered essential reading for understanding how battles and wars have changed alongside technology for more than 4000 years. Let's see what he says in his book in section wise. Section 1, the central thesis. Let's start with Van Creveld's main idea. He argues that technology has deeply shaped but not always in the way most people think. Many think the side with the best weapons always wins, but Van Creveld explains that victory is never just about having better technology. Organizations, leadership, moral, and the creativity of the commanders are just as important than any specific piece of equipment. Section 2, Technology's double-edged sword. Van Creveld describes a kind of paradox that technology gives army new abilities and more power, but it can also make military operations much more complicated. Sometimes very advanced technology actually makes an army less effective, but it can lead to systems that look great on paper yet are vulnerable in real life, like chaotic situations. When things don't go as planned, having complicated technology can freeze an army ability to react instead of helping them. Section 3, Civilian Technology's Surprising Role. Another key idea from Van Creveld is that non-military inventions have often changed warfare more than strictly military gadgets. For example, things like roads or sanitations may not sound existing, right? But they are critical for keeping armies healthy and moving quickly. Throughout history, advances like paper or printing helped large states organize their armies and logistics, including food, supply lines, and transportation, have often determined the outcomes of entire wars. Section 4, the limits of weapons. Let's consider World War II. Germany developed some very advanced submarines, rockets, and jet planes. However, these weapons came too late to impact the result of the war. In contrast, the Allies focused on making lots of good, reliable tanks and bombers, like the Sherman tank and the B-17 bombers, which were used in the World War II. Instead of chasing after one super weapon, this proves Van Creveld's points. Organization, numbers, and adaptability can sometimes matter more than having just one edge in technology. Section 5, Terrorism and Small Tech. Van Creveld also has important thoughts about irregular warfare and terrorism. He also points out that terrorists often use small and easily disused weapons such as knives, pistols, or homemade bombs, etc. In the modern science, especially in the 20th century, produced portable but powerful weapons, and dealing with these threats means governments must find a careful balance between using technology for security, like surveillance, and also protecting personal freedom, because there is no simple solution. Section 6, Technology as Disruptor. Finally, Van Creveld questions that believe that new technology always help those already in power. In reality, revolutionary inventions can force armies to adapt entirely new tactics and adapt quickly, sometimes causing chaos and change. The relationship between technology and war is often unpredictable and can disrupt the status quo. So let's wind up this session with small conclusion. To sum up, Martin van Creveld teaches us that war is much more than weapon or firepower. Technology changed war, of course, but it is only one part of a bigger story that includes people, strategy, logistics, or even luck or chance. If you want to truly understand military history or future conflicts, you need to look at how all these elements work together. So, thanks for watching. If you found this discussion interesting, hit that like and subscribe for upcoming videos and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until then, see you in next video. Bye bye. Quote of the day: ஆரோக்கியமாக சந்தோஷமாக மன நிம்மதியோடு இருக்க கற்றுக்கோங்க.